So today in Honors Higher Algebra, we are having a day where we get back the original test that you just took on chapter, we haven't even called them chapter whatever. Okay, our most recent test, you could call it chapter 3. It's our third test anyways. And we're having a cumulative test on Thursday, a couple days from now, where you have a chance to retake, if you want to, the last two tests. But you have to have corrections done in order to do that. If you're at home today listening to this video, then that means that you won't be able to do your corrections. I'm just thinking out loud as I'm saying this, until I guess you could come in on Thursday morning. On Thursday of this week, we do have we have a help time on Thursday morning. You can come to room 1430 at 7:10 a.m. and I would be here if you want. Okay, so for today, I'm not going to do much review. I'm going to do just a little bit of review, okay, of the two chapters. Okay, one of the things that gets people a lot is those charts. You remember the chart problems where you got to like find f of g of x, but all the numbers are on a chart? All right, let's just review that a little bit, and then I'm just going to say I'm not going to review everything that's on all of those two tests. That would like be all hour. I'd rather have you just working on problems and asking me for individual help. So today, I'm assigning you a big review worksheet where you're going to get a lot of chance to ask for individual help. But the one thing the kids came up and asked me about in my other hour was these charts. Would you get out some virtual paper, please? And I will help you remember how to do the chart problems. Okay, so here's a little chart, and I got f of x and I got g of x. I do not need you to copy this chart down, but I do need you to be with me. A blank notability doc is all you need right now. Phone in backpack. Backpack. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to start you off with an easy one. What's f of negative 4? Don't say it. And if there is no solution, say no solution. F of negative 4. Now, first thing you should ask yourself is, did he tell me x or did he tell me f of x? What did I tell you? I told you x. X is negative 4. Is that even in the chart? No, so there's no solution for this one. The answer is no solution. All right, let's try another one. F of 2. If you do f of 2, here's the f column, or row actually, technically. And here's the x is 2 column. Do you get the converge there on the negative 4? The answer is negative 4. Raise your hand if you had negative 4. Okay, awesome. Then here's where they get harder. Instead of saying just one thing, what if I said, I'm going to pause for a second to figure this out, right? Okay, if g of x is equal to 4, what's f of x equal to? I'll pause for a second for you to process this. Okay, so on a tough question, you just do one little step at a time. It's like eating an elephant. Could you eat an elephant? Over your lifetime, could you eat an elephant? Maybe you wouldn't want to, but you could. Yeah, you just have to take it one bite at a time. So anyway, g of x equals 4. That's a little mini problem. Don't get all stuck on the other stuff until you figured that out. Did I tell you x? No. I told you kind of like y. I told you g of x. So g of x is 4. It did not mean g of 4. That would have been 8. That's not what we were going for here. We were saying g of x is 4. G of what is 4? The answer was 2. How many of you figured out that x was 2? Awesome. Then it's f of x. F of, well, what is x? So right here. If you write it down, it might stand out more. F of 2 then is what I was really asking. And what's f of 2? I'm going to use a different color now. Here's the f of 2 is negative 4. Final answer, negative 4. Raise your hand if you had negative 4. Awesome. Now here's one more that usually blows people's minds, but you guys have had this before, so no crying. Ready? I want you to figure out, I want you to figure out R. R, it's not even on a chart. You're right. If G of 2R minus 3 is equal to 8. Figuring out R if G of 2R minus 3 equals 8. I'm going to pause for a second. Let me try that one. Say that. So I got a student helping, and they said G of something has to equal 8. Yes. G of what? Look on the chart and figure this out. G of what is equal to 8? G of 4. As soon as you write this right underneath this, I hope that jogs your memory on how to do this. Because do you get G of 4? Here's G of, I should be using a different color, G of 4, because the x is 4, is 8. See, that's true. And now that I get this set up, G is G, parenthesis, 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 equals 8. So then this must be equal. 2R minus 3 equals 4. Did you catch that? 2R minus 3 equals 4. Then just solve. 2R equals 7. R equals 7 halves, also known as 3.5. Raise your hand if you had that one right. Sweet. Okay. There's a review of the chart ones. They were some of the toughest ones. There's a whole lot of really easy stuff on here too. Like, do you remember the kind where you'd go f of g of 2, and then f of x is equal to 3x minus 1. G of x is equal to x squared. Would you please figure out that one? F of g of 2. Don't try to do the whole thing. Do one bite at a time. The chapter test you just... What question? No, we're not using that. We're using these functions. F of x and g of x have been given to you on the board here. Not using the chart. Okay, so this is the toughest stuff from the other chapter. I'm going to leave the rest of the hour for questions about the review worksheet. If you look, it's under today's date, which is 10-8, and you're looking for a thing called cumulative review. So for the rest of this hour, you're either going to be making corrections on the test I'm about to hand back, or if that test was good, just jump into the worksheet. Does it all due tomorrow? No, it's a huge worksheet. It's not due the next day either. So in other words, you got 2 days to get this done. And then on Wednesday, do you guys know that all the freshmen are going to be doing something and a lot of the sophomores are doing something too? There's some weird thing going on with meetings, and Wednesday's a weird day anyway because it's got the PSAT in the morning, and it's got, anyway, Wednesday's going to be really weird, okay? So Wednesday you might not be here. All it will be is another work day if you are here to review for this test. And then Thursday, frankly, if Wednesday wasn't a weird day, we'd have taken the test Wednesday. A couple days of review, then the test is logical. But since Wednesday, a lot of you guys are going to be gone and there's going to be a weird schedule all day, we're just going to wait till Thursday. Okay? So Thursday is the review test. All right. So let's finish this one up. How would you start? If your little brother was stuck on this, tell him to start. First, do this. What? Yes? Do the G of 2 thing, which is stick a 2 in here, and then you get what? And then you cross this off and you make it a 4. And now you figure out f of 4. And then you stick the 4 in here to get the f of 4, and you get 12 minus 1 is 11. Raise your hand if you had 11. Okay, good. All right, you see that other chapter was a lot easier than this chapter we just finished? Okay, so one of the most crucial things right now would be if you get this test back and it didn't go so well, most of you, it went fine. There's a lot of A's and a lot of B's. But if it didn't go so well for you, there was some D's. You need to get some help. Try to figure out what you're doing wrong. I have correction sheets up here, and you can always just do it on a blank sheet of paper too. Uh, and I guess I'm about to hand back those tests, and that's all I have for the video for today.